Chris.
Welcome to the 10-minute snippet. This is Dave.
I'm Chris. I got Dave to record that prior to actually recording the snippet. I wanted him to be at least involved in the Saturday episode. So, any last words before you're not involved, Dave?
No, not really. Just enjoy the snippet, and I'll see you guys next week.
All right. See you later, Dave.
See ya.
Man, didn't Dave sound disappointed at that? I was like, any last words? Goodbye. All right. Well, here we are. 10-minute snippet. Cool. I have to get ready for work here in a little bit, so I'm going to definitely try to make this only 10 minutes. All right. Today, the Columbus Crew is facing Cincinnati. I don't know a whole lot about soccer. I do know that this is probably one of the biggest rivalries. So I am pretty good friends with somebody from I don't know. I don't even know what it means. I think it means Nordecke, but he gave me a little shout out, and I was able to insert that. So I wanted you guys to have a little bit of the Columbus Crew, pride on this podcast. So here we go.
This is Dave from the Nordecke, and I support this broadcast.
Now don't get confused. That is not my podcast partner, Dave. That is just one of my closer friends, Dave. I really hope you don't get confused because their voices are way different. So let's move on to some news, alright? I'm not sure if you guys read about Epstein. The former finance mogul. He was accused of molesting teenage girls and sex trafficking, I believe it was. Well, he was found dead in his jail cell this morning from a suicide. So, I don't know how you guys feel about things, but I know that somebody in prison or jail or whatever who commits suicide, it's often perceived that, that was their only way out. Maybe he was afraid that he would be found guilty. Maybe he's been, having some pretty rough treatment in jail because of his crimes. We're going to move on from that for sure. I just felt like you guys should know. He was found dead this morning. My video game that we were talking about last week, the one called Raw, well, I found out it was removed from Kickstarter. I think it had something to do with, misleading the consumer pretty much. But they are trying to move to Indiegogo. So if they do move this to Indiegogo, like I said, man, if you haven't checked the game out, you should. And if you have checked the game out, you should go support it whenever it gets put on Indiegogo. So, I know I told you guys I'd be talking about Disney quite a bit, or Marvel quite a bit. So, today, well, maybe not today, but sometime this week, Disney announced that come November 12th, they're going to launch their Disney Plus plan with Hulu and ESPN Plus. Let's see. Hulu and ESPN will be priced at $6 and $5 per month, and Disney will cost $7 per month. So that's going to be 6 and 5 is 11, 7, $18 a month. That's pretty much where Netflix is at anyway. I'm a strong fan of Netflix, but I also know that Disney's going to come with a plethora of content. I don't want to say Disney's going to put Netflix out of business. Not going to happen. And if it does, man, shame on me for saying that. But I do think that Disney's definitely going to, they're going to have a spike in their net value for sure. Because I'm pretty positive that a lot of people are looking forward to this Disney Plus streaming package. I don't know where you guys stand. Please let me know. Go ahead and email us. That'd be great. Thank you. It's kind of weird. I thought a 10-minute snippet would be easy to give you guys, but, man, without Dave sitting to my left, this is kind of hard to, just come up with shit to talk about. Fuck. Where do you want to move this little snippet? Where are we going? Let's hope the Columbus Crew won. Nothing against Cincinnati. But if they didn't win, I'm going to have to fucking hear about it nonstop from Dave. Well, my wife just left for work. She's an RN, alright? And, so they called her in today. Well, they called her up today, because she picked today up as overtime. And at her hospital, they have these things called agency nurses, alright? So they called her up, and they asked her if she would like to take time off so that they don't have to send an agency nurse home. I don't know, I find that baffling. Why would you, that's like you working at a job and you have these temp services, right? Why would they send you home before they send a temp home? That's kind of how I'm seeing it. I'm not saying that an agency nurse is a temp. They hold a degree of, RN, whatever. I'm saying that a full-time employee should have more rights than an agency nurse. I don't know how that even has anything to do with my podcast. It's stuck in my mind right now. Shit, man. Hit me up on what you guys think, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the whole... I don't even believe in temp services, to be real with you. I think it's a fucking corrupt form of... What is that word? Extortion. It's a legal form of extortion. That's how I look at it. Recently on Twitter, I've asked you guys who you want me to get an autograph for next to give away. Right now, or it might actually be over, but I think the answer was Lana Del Rey, which I actually was able to acquire something to give away. And then somebody else said something about Black Bear. I actually already have a Black Bear item to give away. I started these little giveaways in hopes to try to get, people to listen to us. But really, I just like giving shit away. I think it's fun. I think it's cool to, cause that bit of excitement in somebody else's life. So, yeah. Whenever those giveaways are ready, I'll let you know. This is considered episode 3.5. But I figured we might still give you guys a little clue for the MGK giveaway. So right now you have I'm a Big, and we're going through this as we, every week. I don't have anything really planned. So 3.5's clue will be fan, F-A-N. So now you're going to have I'm a Big Fan. What are you a big fan of? We don't know yet. We'll find out maybe next week, Shit, the answer might be I'm a big fan of WTF with Dave and Chris. No, I'm not going to force you to say that if you don't want to. I hope you're saying it on your own. Over the last 2 weeks, I think we've been up and running for 2 weeks, but we've actually seen quite a bit of growth. I don't know if it's just word of mouth. I don't know if it's me forcing everybody through text message to listen to my shit. But whatever it is, I hope it keeps on growing. I hope you guys keep on sharing with your friends that, you might have found a podcast that's worth fucking with. I personally, I listen to my own podcast. I'm not going to lie. Definitely when I'm mowing my yard. Fuck it. It's 45 minutes wasted, right? Cool. Unfortunately, like I said, those listens really don't matter for my stats. They don't show up. I wish they did, because who knows? We might be one of the biggest podcasts if they counted. No, I'm fucking with you. But I don't know. I really don't got much else to say, guys. The news is still pretty dark around the whole shooting thing. Now there's a lot of politicians forming or calling for gun reform, which I don't know, man. You guys know where I stand on guns. It's not the guns that caused it. It's just, I don't know. It's a pretty dark place right now. I'm really hoping that next week when Dave comes back, we have a lot more planned than, Jay Epstein, Hulu, Netflix, Disney, etc. Alright, yeah, like I said, though, that game Raw. Try to push for it to get to Indiegogo, guys. I know it looks like an impossible game to pull off, but if they do pull it off, this will be fucking dope. So please, please, please try to send them emails. Do whatever you can to try to get them to agree to get this thing funded, alright? That's pretty much all I got. I gotta go get ready for work. I will see you guys back next week with Dave. The guy to my left who makes this show a little less boring. Alright, talk to you later. Please remember to like, follow, retweet, all that shit. Subscribe to our channel, whatever you gotta do. It's been fun. It's been real. You'll hear the same thing from the guy at the end. Love you guys.
Please remember to subscribe, follow, and email us at WTFDaveandChris@gmail.com.